The President's Associates Program, I raise money, unrestricted funds for President Boren, for professorships, scholarships for the University of Oklahoma. And then my role with the Women's Philanthropy Network is to help women realize their leadership and how they can make a contribution as a philanthropist and be strategic with their philanthropy. So about a year ago, a woman approached me and she asked, what are the things that you give to? How do you determine where to give your time, your talent, and your treasure? And she said, I would like you, she gave me an activity and said, I'd like you to write down those top 5 things you're most passionate about. And then once you do that, let's talk about them. So I did that. Health and wellness, education, children, the arts. And I realized when I was talking to her that what I was supposed to do was to match up those passions with philanthropy. And I realized that, well, health and wellness is really important to me, but I'm really not giving my time, my talent, or my treasure in that area. So I started to make changes. So a couple of things that I support, did some work for the Oklahoma Cancer Center, and I'm also a fitness instructor. So I do some volunteer work and outreach through Zumba or any other type of fitness running. And then also through the arts, I volunteer for the Fred Jones Jr. Museum of Art on their membership board. So one of my talents, I feel, is that I'm great at connecting people, and so I'm able to help them connect with new members to the museum and introduce new people to art. Advice for being successful. Number 1 is put yourself first. It sounds really selfish, but until you put yourself first, you can't be successful. Number 2, be prepared to fail. If you don't take on something that you might fail at, you'll never learn. So I know through my own experience, it's when I'm not successful and when I have failure or competition that I learn a lot and it makes me more successful. I believe to be successful, you have to sweat a little bit every day, physically. Get out there, sweat, be uncomfortable. Another thing is do something that scares you every day. Similar to what I was saying, be prepared to fail, is that if you do something that scares you, you know that feeling you get when you're completely scared, you're completely vulnerable, you learn during that process. So I think that's what helps make me successful in my job and with my family. So those are a few things. 10 years down the road, I will still be very young. I like to think I'm still young. I love my job where I am, and this is where I want to be. I want to be at the University of Oklahoma, so hopefully I will still be there in a leadership role, helping others, helping educate the citizens of Oklahoma. So that's what I'll do.